Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. The topic we will discuss today is feeders pathways of glycolysis. What are the pathways by which the glycolysis can take place? Usually the breakdown, we simply, as the name indicates, breakdown of the glucose is referred as glycolysis, as we have discussed in very detail. Okay, simply we have discussed the breakdown of glucose into the end product pyruvate, that is referred as glycolysis. And generally we have a concept that whenever the glucose it will be breakdown, it is called as glycolysis and the pyruvate or energy is produced. But some situations are there when if we say that the glucose is not available, then the other things, other saccharides, monosaccharides, polysaccharides, or other carbohydrates are used for the glycolysis. The utilization of these other carbohydrates for the breakdown or to enter the glycolysis cycle so that we can have the ATPs or energy. This phenomena is referred as feeder pathway of glycolysis. Actually, this is the self-explanatory term. You focus on the term that is feeder pathways. How many other feeds? The most important feed of the glycolysis is glucose. ग्लूकोज की ब्रेकडाउन को हम ग्लाइकोलाइसिस कहते हैं. ग्लूकोज ब्रेकडाउन हुआ और एंड पायरोवेट मिल गया, पायरोविक एसिड जो सिट्रिक एसिड साइकिल में चला गया, ठीक है. और ग्लूकोज की ब्रेकडाउन से हमें एटीपीज मिले एनर्जी. अगर हमें सिंपली स्पीकिंग एज सच हमारे पास ग्लूकोज नहीं है, ग्लूकोज की फॉर्म में बिल्कुल ग्लूकोज नहीं है, तो फिर हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम कैसे जो है इस प्रोसेस को कंटिन्यू करेंगे, ये जो है हम डिस्कस करेंगे आज. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, बिलीव यू मी, today's lecture is very interesting. When I was preparing this lecture, I enjoyed a lot. Only a simple cycle is there and the whole discussion rounds around this cycle, and I'm hoping that you people also enjoy this lecture very much. Rather, I will say this is the most exciting lecture I have ever prepared or discussed in my life. So I enjoyed it a lot and hoping that you people will also enjoy this topic, feeders pathway of glycolysis. Very simple and very interesting topic. Okay, so starting with this feeders pathway. Okay, feeder pathway for the glycolysis. If we you see in the center of this figure, glucose is present. Glucose 1-phosphate. We have said that the breakdown of the glucose, whenever glucose will be broken down, the glucose 1-phosphate will be obtained. This glucose 1-phosphate will then convert into the glucose 6-phosphate by phosphoglucomutase. Then this glucose 6-phosphate will be converted into fructose 6-phosphate. This fructose 6-phosphate will be converted into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, and from fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is obtained. From this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, further at the end, pyruvic acid is produced. So this central chain is the simple glycolysis pathway, the traditional glycolysis pathway, which we have discussed in very detail. Now the basic other pathways, how this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and the pyruvic acid and energy is produced. If you people see that there are a lot of other, you can say the carbohydrates, D-galactose, D-mannose. This is the basically traditional chain where I have already explained glucose 1-phosphate is produced. From this glucose 1-phosphate by phosphoglucomutase, glucose 6-phosphate is produced. from this glucose 6 phosphate, then there is fructose 6 phosphate and all other. Okay, so we are discussing this glycolysis overall. In glycolysis, this is basically traditional D-glucose. I am going to steric it. ये मैं स्टार बना रही हूँ, वो हमारा ट्रेडिशनल डी ग्लूकोज, डेक्स्ट्रो रोटेटरी फॉर्म ऑफ द ग्लूकोज. द ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ दिस इज कॉल्ड एज ग्लाइकोलाइसिस. This glucose is converted into the glucose 6-phosphate with the help of hexokinase. Glucose 6-phosphate via through whole this series of reaction or chain of reaction, and it is converted into the pyruvic acid and energy is utilized. Basically, this glycolysis is used for the energy production. ATP's energy currency is produced. That is why this is important. So if this D-glucose, which I have steric it, if it is not available, then what will be the case? The case will be there are other polysaccharides, monosaccharides. Like if we see, this is the D-galactogen. This is the D-galactose. This is not glucose. This is D-galactose. अगर हमारे पास glucose था, ठीक है? Then D-mannose, D-fructose. These are basically 3 monosaccharides which I have underlined in the blue color. Then there are the other polysaccharides, that is trio, halose, lactose and sucrose. First we will see the D-galactose. The D-galactose, that is a monosaccharide, is converted into UDP galactose, UDP glucose, and this UDP glucose is converted into glucose 1-phosphate. Okay, this is the these are all the monosaccharide. If I just simply summarize it, I have said D-galactose, D-mannose and D-fructose. These are the monosaccharide. First option is traditional option, that is D-glucose, dextroglucose. It is converted into glucose 6-phosphate, fructose 6-phosphate, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, and whole process is there for the glycolysis. If this D-glucose is not available, then the other options or other pathways of glycolysis are 3. If we talk about the monosaccharide, 3 other possibilities are there. D-galactose can be converted into the glucose or can enter into the glycolysis cycle. D-mannose can also be converted into the this glycolysis cycle, and D-fructose can also be converted into the traditional glycolysis cycle. ग्लूकोज अवेलेबल नहीं है अगर, तो बाकी जो है हमारे पास मोनोसेक्राइड्स, पॉलीसेक्राइड्स या डाइसेक्राइड्स, यानी दूसरी जितनी भी कार्बोहाइड्रेट की क्लासेस हैं उन्हें यूटिलाइज करता है एक बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम और अपनी एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट्स जो है वो पूरी करता है. इज इट क्लियर माय स्टूडेंट्स? We are talking about the glycolysis, and what is the biological significance of this glycolysis? With the help of glycolysis, ATPs are produced. ठीक है, ग्लूकोज है, एनर्जी मिल रही है. फर्ज करें अगर ग्लूकोज नहीं है तो बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम जो है बॉडी का वो इसको कैसे कंपनसेट करता है? वो दूसरे कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स यूज करने लग जाता है ग्लूकोज की बजाय. दूसरे कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स में हमारे पास 3 ऑप्शंस हैं: पॉलीसेक्राइड्स, डाइसेक्राइड्स एंड मोनोसेक्राइड्स. ठीक है जी. पॉलीसेक्राइड हमने कहा D-galactose, D-mannose एंड D-fructose. ये हमारे पास, सॉरी, मोनोसेक्राइड्स. मोनोसेक्राइड्स हमारे पास है D-galactose, D-mannose एंड D-fructose. ठीक है जी. और डाइसेक्राइड्स हमारे पास भी इसी तरह 3 है: ट्रियो, हेलोस, लैक्टोज एंड सुक्रोज. ये 3 डाइसेक्राइड्स हैं. 3 मैंने आपको बताया मोनोसेक्राइड्स है. अगर ग्लूकोज नहीं है तो अदर पाथवेज क्या है? अगर ग्लूकोज नहीं है तो बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम क्या करेगा? कंपनसेटरी पाथवेज लेगा. उसमें उसके पास 3 मोनोसेक्राइड के ऑप्शंस हैं: D-galactose, D-mannose and D-fructose. Biological system will have 2 or 3 options of disaccharides: lactose, trehalose and sucrose. ठीक है जी. और पॉलीसेक्राइड में ग्लाइकोजन. ये बेसिकली टोटल ऑप्शंस हैं which I have underlined in the blue color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. other than D-glucose, 6 other options are there which a biological system can utilize. Biological system can utilize in the absence of D-glucose other monosaccharides, polysaccharides, or disaccharides. The key point is any carbohydrate which can be converted into the any intermediate of this glycolysis chain. ये जो हमें फिगर के सेंटर में ग्लाइकोलाइसिस की एक ट्रेडिशनल प्रोसेस चेन नजर आ रही है, कोई भी कार्बोहाइड्रेट ब्रेक डाउन होके किसी तरह इनमें से किसी भी एक इंटरमीडिएट में अगर कन्वर्ट हो जाता है तो वो इस ग्लाइकोलाइसिस साइकिल में एंटर हो सकता है. I hope I'm clarifying it well. कोई भी कार्बोहाइड्रेट हो, either it will be polysaccharide, monosaccharide और disaccharide, उसकी कुछ इस तरह की कन्वर्जन हो कि कोई भी ग्लाइकोलाइसिस चेन का इंटरमीडिएट अगर बन जाए तो ये ग्लाइकोलाइसिस पाथवे में एंटर हो सकता है. एंड दिस वेरी एंटरिंग ऑफ अदर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स इन दिस ट्रेडिशनल ग्लाइकोलाइसिस चेन इज रेफर्ड एज फीडर्स पाथवे. Okay. How the D-galactose is converted enters into the glycolysis. D-galactose is converted into UDP galactose. UDP galactose is converted into UDP glucose. Okay, this UDP glucose is converted into glucose 1-phosphate. Here we are successful. We have converted D-glucose after 3 steps into glucose 1-phosphate, and you know glucose 1-phosphate is an intermediate of glycolysis cycle. So by using this D-galactose, it enters into the glycolysis pathway. UDP glucose is easily converted into the glucose 1-phosphate. This is the first option. Okay. Then it will go through the other processes, that is the glucose 6-phosphate, fructose 6-phosphate, and fructose 1,6-phosphate, and whole processes. You can say the started. If I generally summarize it, here are the in glycolysis number of steps are there from starting from top to end. Whenever here are the checkpoints, whenever any outer carbohydrate which can enter into these checkpoints, there are so many other options: polysaccharides, monosaccharides, disaccharides. Whenever these polysaccharides, monosaccharides, and disaccharides enter into these checkpoints, they can enter into the glycolysis and our feeders pathway will be continued. So here I am discussing on this this basic, that whenever a polysaccharide, monosaccharide, or disaccharide is converted into any intermediate, like the galactose is converting into glucose 1,6-phosphate. So it will work as the feeder pathway, and then whole process chain of the glycolysis will be continued. So moving towards the other monosaccharide, that is D-mannose. D-mannose, with the help of hexokinase, is converted into mannose 6-phosphate. Mannose 6-phosphate. From this mannose 6-phosphate, with the help of isomerase, it is converted into fructose 6-phosphate, as shown here in the figure. Mannose is converted into fructose 6-phosphate, and this fructose 6-phosphate again converted into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate and glyceraldehyde and other traditional steps of glycolysis. Here another success story: D-mannose can also be converted into the glycolysis cycle. Okay, the third one, monosaccharide, is D-fructose. D-fructose, by one step, it can be converted with the help of hexokinase. It can be converted into fructose 6-phosphate, and other traditional steps it can enter into the traditional step. The other way, D-fructose is converted into fructose 1-phosphate, either fructose 6-phosphate or fructose 1-phosphate. Whenever it is converted into fructose 1-phosphate, with the help of fructokinase, this fructose 1-phosphate will be converted into glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Two molecules are obtained. Okay, this glyceraldehyde phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate, these further both are converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Both are converted into either it is glyceraldehyde or dihydroxyacetone phosphate. These are converted ultimately into the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate will enter into the traditional cycle of glycolysis. Okay? Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate with the help of triokinase, with the help of enzyme triokinase. As glyceraldehyde is 3 carbon compounds, that is why the enzyme names trio, means 3. Kinase, as the phosphate group is moving, that is why it is referred as kinase. So glyceraldehyde with the help of triokinase is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and again it enters into the traditional cycle of glycolysis. So this was about the you can say the monosaccharides, how the other pathways, under how other pathways these monosaccharides can enter into the glycolysis. So the biological needs are fulfilled. Biological needs are fulfilled whenever there is the deficiency or the change in the glucose level. Okay, now we will start the discussion of other options. We have discussed monosaccharide. Now we will see disaccharides. Under disaccharide, there is triohalose. Triohalose is a disaccharide. Lactose is a disaccharide. Okay, the sucrose is disaccharide. I have encircled it with the 3 colors: lactose, trehalose, and sucrose. Lactose, trehalose, and the sucrose. These can also be enter into the glycolysis pathway. Okay, if you can see the arrows, lactose is converted into D-glucose, or lactose can be converted into D-galactose. When it is converted into the D-glucose, again it can enter into the cycle, glycolysis cycle. When it is converted into you can say the D-galactose, again it can enter into the traditional cycle with the help of UDP galactose and UTP glucose, as I have discussed in start of the lecture. Clear? 3 you can say the disaccharides are there. The other last one is sucrose. Sucrose can be converted into the D-glucose or D-fructose. When it is converted, sorry, please wait for a while. I'm just okay, sorry dear students for interruption. Okay, we were discussing the disaccharide options, and we were discussing the last disaccharide option, sucrose. Sucrose is converted into the D-glucose and D-fructose. This D-glucose is converted in the into glucose 6-phosphate in traditional manner, and D-fructose. Other 2 options are there for D-fructose. It can be converted into fructose 6-phosphate, or it can be converted into fructose 1-phosphate. If it is converted into fructose 1-phosphate, then again I have discussed in detail glyceraldehyde plus dihydroxyacetone phosphates are formed. Okay. This glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone will convert it into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate with the help of again triokinase, and this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate will result into the, after many steps, into the pyruvic acid that will enter into the Krebs cycle. So this fructose basically have 2 options: fructose fructose 6-phosphate or fructose 1-phosphate. By both precursors it can enter into the glycolysis. Now, this was about the disaccharides. Now this is the polysaccharide. Oh, let me change the color. Okay, if we change the color, this is the 3rd option of feeder pathway, glycogen. This is basically a polysaccharide, starch. Number of D-glucose are joined with each other. First of all, there is the breakdown of this glycogen chain with the help of enzyme amylase. This glycogen will be, you can say, either converted into the D-glucose. It will be converted into the D-glucose, or which will enter into the glucose 6-phosphate, or it will convert it into simply D-glucose. And again, those traditional steps are followed by as the glycolysis. So this is the last option. We have discussed monosaccharides. disaccharides and the polysaccharide. So if glucose is not available in any biological system under any condition, other feeder pathways includes other carbohydrates. Other carbohydrates means monosaccharides, polysaccharide, and disaccharide. Circled in the blue color are the options of monosaccharide. Circled in the maroon color, brown color are the options for the disaccharide, and in the red circle shows the option of the polysaccharide. So this was about all the feeder pathways. Basic feed is glucose. Basic feed is glucose. Other feeds are any other carbohydrate, either polysaccharide, either monosaccharide, either disaccharides, which can be converted into any intermediate of this chain, is referred as feeder pathway. Clear? I hope you have enjoyed this whole table a lot. बहुत आसान है, हमने ग्लाइकोलाइसिस पढ़ लिया, ठीक है. ग्लाइकोलाइसिस क्या है? ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ ग्लूकोज. नाउ जस्ट लेट मी समराइज इन few minutes, ठीक है. ग्लाइकोलाइसिस simply breakdown of glucose, and breakdown of glucose into the end product pyruvic acid with the production of ATP. This is called as glycolysis. If in any circumstance, if glucose is not available, what biological system will do? Biological system will use other carbohydrate option as feeder pathways of the glycolysis. Other carbohydrate options include D monosaccharides, like underlined in blue color, D-galactose, D-mannose, and the last one, D-mannose and D-fructose. Okay. The body can utilize the disaccharide options like trehalose, lactose, and sucrose, or body can use, biological system can use the polysaccharide option, that is the glycogen. So this is the feeder pathway whole, you can say the mechanism of the feeder pathway, and the importance, definitely the importance of this feeder pathway is, if glucose is not available, energy will be produced. So there will be not the deficiency of ATPs or energy currency in the body. Body will balance up its all mechanism, and the energy requirements will be fulfilled. Clear? This was very small and very interesting topic. You have covered all this glycolysis cycle, and you have already memorized or understand it. Just we have to enter tick, tick, tick. We have to enter other things at the checkpoints. Clear? Hopefully I have cleared it well. If you people have any type of query, any type of you can say the confusion, you are pleased, feel free to ask the questions, and you can also put on your suggestions, or you can also put on any kind of improvement in this lecture. I will recommend the same reading modules as I have said many a times: Medical Biochemistry Volume 1 by Mushtaq Ahmad, and also illustrated reviews of biochemistry. You can consult these two books for this read topic. Thank you so much for listening very humbly and patiently. We will see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much. So kind of you.